And now you're walking around here like a Captain Save-A-Ho, thinking like the typical black man who has been manipulated to think that it's okay to raise children that are not yours. Do you know that's what the black man does? The other races don't do that. It's only the black man who's been manipulated to think that it's okay to raise a child who's not yours. And they tell you that you're a hero. They tell you it's the right thing to do. Only a real man can handle a single man. So you have refused to accept that this bitch was cheating on you with your cousin.
I don't even talk to the mother.
Yes.
I don't.
So you have refused to accept that not only was she cheating on you with your cousin, that could be your cousin's child or somebody else's child, and it's none of your business. Now, because you think like a typical black American, that's why you have the Captain Save-A-Ho mentality, that even after you found out, it's still the reality of the situation is not enough to tell you that, bro, you have been played all these years, and now the playing has moved from mother to child.
And granddaughter in extension, Andrew.
Of course. Now, I mean, you're just a check for them.
No, you see, okay, Andrew, I want probably, you see, things from my point of view, which I could be wrong. The thing is, the situation I found the girl in Kenya was not a very good situation. And the issue was, I told her, I've given you 1 year to get your stuff together. Otherwise, I'm gone. So I felt, and the money I was paying, to be honest with me, it wasn't a big deal for me. You know what I'm saying? So the thing was, because she was depending on me, I felt just cutting her right away. She's going to be in serious trouble, financial trouble, probably live on the street. Because when she tried to go back to her mother, her uncles, who the mother's brothers, told her, no, you must go back to my home. And I said, wait a minute, my home meaning my cousin's place. But my cousin, he's one of those losers for real. He has no job. He got nothing. The guy don't even work. All he does is drink. So this girl, for sure, I just told her, listen, I'll give you another 1 year. Get yourself together. I'll pay your rent. I maybe give her a little bit of upkeep, and that's it. So that's what I'm saying is, she knows I'm gonna cut it. But I just
I have a question. I have a question for you.
She knows, huh?
Mogera.
She knows clearly. It's not gonna be
Mogera.
for right now. No, she knows that. Yeah,
Mogera.
Yeah.
Is your wife Kenyan or American?
No, she's Kenyan.
You are straining your relationship with your wife because of this stranger, and that's why your wife advised you to take a DNA test. Now, listen very carefully.
That's right.
Listen very carefully. Even after the DNA proved your wife right, you are still looking for excuses to extend that which your wife told you to cut off.
Yeah.
She is not happy with you.
That's very true, yeah.
So you are now at the threshold. Do you salvage your own relationship with your wife, or do you go chasing after this stranger? Because that's the question your wife need answer to.
Of course, I'm going to cut off. I mean, I'll stand to lose more just by destroying my family because of this situation. So, of course, I'm going to cut off the financial support.
But you have extended it for a year, bro. That's not that's not the plan that your wife had in mind. Find out before you give any more financial support. These are your words. Your wife said, go do a DNA first. You did a DNA first. You did the DNA, proved your wife right, but you found a way to have an amendment to that agreement. Unknowingly, you are now destroying your own relationship. And when your wife takes you to the cleaners, don't say you did not see it coming.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Because you're so obsessed in quote-unquote doing the right thing.
No, I'm not
and
obsessed.
The right thing is to salvage your own relationship.
No, honestly, it's not
29 years.
Yeah, yeah.
You have diverted the resources of the family to these loser strangers. That's why I was asking you if your wife is an American or a Kenyan. Because if she was American, she would have dumped your ass a long time ago, bro.
I know. That's true. That's what my plea is, that my cries was to these young men and young especially people in their 20s and late teens, not to do the same mistakes we did, because
don't worry about other people's mistakes, bro. So viewers, you are saying you went and found this woman in so much miserable situation. You had to do something against your wife's desires.
That's true.
So don't save anybody else except your own relationship. Take her to KICC and show her how to throw herself off. Let her go.
Okay, George, I heard you loud and clear.
All right, Mugera, we've beaten you enough, I think. But it's a bit weird for you to continue that relationship when you found that out. Because why did you go to find out if you didn't really want to cut off the relationship? So maybe you have separation anxiety of some kind.
I'll do something.
Yeah, because why did you want to find out that whether she's your daughter or not? Because if you really just wanted to continue helping her, then the DNA would not have made a difference. But you actually did go and find out, and you took her with you. And at that moment, you should have, made everything clear. Because now you've been supporting her, and yet you don't talk with the mother. So how weird is that conversation? How did you even start supporting her? And how come you are manipulated even by your own family to start supporting her based on rumors? Because now you seem to be so easily pushed over the edge with rumors that you at some point you just got fed up of people talking about it, and then you took responsibility. So meaning there's so many things that you've done that way along this so many years, because now every time they talk about you, you just give in. You look at your life, you've been giving in to so many things. And when you look at yourself, how have you loved yourself? No. Maybe you don't even buy yourself new clothes because now everybody comes first. You are number 300. Now you have this, because now you have this now daughter, and you cannot let go of this daughter. Yet she's probably a whore just like her mother. But you don't want to see that. And again, remember, because we're not very connected to you, for us it's very clear to see it, to see what's happening. All right, I think Mugera has a phone call.
I thought that was the song at the end of the Oscars when the speeches need to stop.
I need to get myself one of those songs there. When somebody talks for too long, I start playing it. Okay, get out.
I think I got a call, but no worries. I just got a phone call. But anyway, Kiba, thank you so much for this space, and you have no idea how many lives you're changing. And tumetoka mbali, I'm sure there's a long way to go. And changes will be there. You can be guaranteed on that.
Very good. All right. Let's hear from a lady, gentlemen. There's a lady amongst us. She's a Ugandan lady. Her name is That Politician. I don't know why she uses that title. Maybe she has one of those ugly names like Trufena or Elizabeth. Hi, Trufena.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Kibe.
Hi, Trufena.
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to ask that guy, Mugera. I wanted to ask him whether he and his wife have any kid or any kids. Because it's like when he mentioned, actually, she calls me daddy. It's like it hit him really hard to be called dad. It's like the daughter-father kind of relationship really got to him. So I'm wondering, does he have any kids with his wife? Because no man, I swear to God, can tolerate that kind of betrayal from the cousin. He would be very pissed right now. So I'm wondering, he's not pissed because of a certain reason. Does he have any kids, or this is the only father-daughter relationship he has been having all this long? I wish he could just answer me that before he leaves, because I'm really spot on.
Mugera, are you there?
Yeah, I have 3 kids with my wife. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what is it?
Yeah, I have 3 kids. As I said, my wife has met this girl back home. She knows her mother, and we as a family, we just decided, hey, she cannot live in this condition. I gotta support her. So now that I found I'm not the father, as I say, honestly, I didn't have the guts just to cut off the funds. That's all. But I know it's affecting my family, and I need to do something about it.
Okay.
Are you? Do you have 3 boys?
No, I have 2 girls and a boy.
How old are they?
17,
I would
13,
say it's the
and
conversation
10.
that you have with this daughter of yours, the elder one, that keeps you going. But clearly you have 17-year-old daughter. So yeah, you can still have the father-daughter kind of conversation that is constructive. So what is the problem? I'm a woman, but I swear to God, I can't succumb to this.
I mean, as I said, I've been supporting her for quite a while. So, and just dropping somebody, I mean, just like that, because you found out you're not the father, I felt it was only fair. So I gave her at least a year to get her stuff together. That's all. It wasn't,
Okay.
there's no other, there wasn't any, I'm not so, but I understand the problem. I understand my situation, yeah. That I cannot let it destroy my family, that's for sure.
All right. Okay. I think we're done with Mugera's conversation. We cannot extend it beyond that. But Mugera, at least now you know it's okay to. You won't be mean if you do it. People have to learn how to walk by themselves. It's like when a child is growing up. At some point, you need that kid to start walking. Okay. You need.
I had
You
a
will
quick
need.
one.
I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you. Let me just finish this point. At some point, that kid has to start walking. And it doesn't matter how many times a kid falls, you cannot help them walk. They have to learn how to walk by themselves. So you cannot hold your kid. And if they fall and you say, okay, now the kid has fallen too many times, let me pick up the kid and the kid will never walk again. Now that's what you're doing. This is a 29-year-old woman and you're still carrying that person like it's a child. So she's not growing up. She's not behaving. She has her own child. She's become a baby mama just like her mama. And here you are carrying the weight of the world. Kenya Daima, are you there?
Yeah, Kibe, I'm right here.
Talk to me.
Kibe, you know, when 9/11 happened, there were 2 problems that day at the scene. There were people who were suffering inside, and outside there was another challenge. The challenge that was outside, it was to prevent these people who do not have the protective gears from getting in to save the people who are inside. Because if you go in, you're also going to die. You get.
Mm-hmm.
So now the people who are like, there were people who are throwing themselves. They don't care whether they have any protective gear. They are not even trained, but they just feel like they want to save. You get. And that was the biggest challenge, because people wanted to prevent them. Still, there are people who got in and they died. You get. Now these are likes of Mugera Kibe. You get. This guy doesn't. I mean, he just wants to get into the problem. You are trying to save him, but he just wants to get into the problem. And he is already in, and I can see he has really burnt to a certain extent. So all I wanted to say, I remember that analogy, and Mugera is like one of these guys. He's pretending to be an NGO. The problem is not the money. It is the emotional attachment that you've given to this stranger. And that is what is training. That might be a problem to your family. It's not even about the money, even if you are giving $10. But that emotional attachment that you are having, whereby you cannot even realize it, that is the biggest issue. That's all I had to tell my brother Mugera.
All right. Yeah. So you've managed the problem for too long. Agent 44, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Kibe, and along your whips, will you please do something about you normally see the signature tune for DJ Khalid?
Another one. Yeah.
Right here. This is another one right here.
Yeah, Kibe. You need the whips. Just 2.
Just 2. Let me see if I can get those whips right now. Can you hear them?
Yeah, another one.
Oh, yes, there we go. There we go. 2 whips for you, strong ones, Mugera. Oh, man, thank you, guys. Let me hear from Muchina. Muchina, is it Muchina or Mushina? Muchina. Muchina is busy plucking his food. Let's go to Engineer Omolo. God damn, there's somebody like that.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me? It's Mushina.
Oh, Mushina, how are you?
Yes, I'm good. I'm just want to mention a few things about men who are in their mid-20s, that is 20 to 25. So for you not to happen to get in such situations from the former guys is first and foremost ensure that you control your dick. If not that, wrap it up with a condom, because if you don't do that, then you'll be messed up for the rest of your life too. So the guy is for around more than 40 years and he's still in a mess, in mud. Another thing is, don't let any woman know what you're earning, because if she gets to know your payslip, she'll plan for the money even before you get the money. You'll be fucked up at the end of the month, or maybe if you're a businessman, you'll eat your profits, everything, your capital, everything with that woman, because she'll plan things for you. She'll tell you, baby, we don't have this, we don't have this, we don't have this, and she'll make you buy things that are stupid. Also ensure that you are not involved in some stupid shit like going down and licking her genitals. Man, that's...
Where are you getting this info from? you seem to have a lot of things to say. Where are you getting all this info?
These are things that I've done, and I'm revising my notes. These are things that have made me a pussy. So, like, you find a person, like, with beard.
Bro, wait. Where are you getting this energy from? Bro, we were not talking about all that. Why are you bringing all that stuff up?
No, like, I was following this conversation from the top, and I was, like, trying to get...
You guys, you're already on eating Pudesh.
Man, you're there, man, licking urine and stuff, and she's controlling you. She's scrubbing your head with her fingers, with her nails, man. She's reading your brains. And I did it once, and the next thing the lady was telling me before we started the game was like, yeah, I liked how you did it, how you went down last night. So can we start with then? I knew that, fuck you then. You caught me by my balls last time. Like, because I was drunk. I wasn't even in my right state of mind when I was doing that act. Man, I was like...
So why did you do it?
Yeah, it's it's what comes with the hype from my peers. Man, you should try that shit. It's like awesome. And I was like, after finishing, I was like, for me, I never enjoyed the shit. It's only the bastard that is on my bed that is screaming here, and I can't feel shit. I'm just having some hairs on my lips and urine all over my tongue. Man. Stupid, man. Don't, each and every man in this space, don't click that stuff. Because once you start clicking that stuff, that lady will control you for the rest of your life. I've been there, man. Because she's there.
Mushina.
Yes.
Uko na video tuone.
Wait. So Mushina, did you continue doing it?
No, I've never done it. Again? Ever since. I've never done it because what the lady did that made me like wake up from my sleep is telling me the other day that please start with what we did last night. And then I knew you fucked me up. Because I knew she wants to repeat the same thing, and then I will be leaking each and everything. Before we start the game, I will be leaking her urine each and every time.
For 39 minutes.
Yeah, and
Give me
she's
licky.
there like she's there producing sounds like she's eating a sugar cane. Right?
So hold up. So is she still your woman, or what are you saying?
No. God helped me. I managed to move out from the city and came to Nyeri. I got a job in Nyeri. So and I was like, the lady.
God saw your problems. God saw your problems.
When I was in Nairobi, the lady had controlled the whole of my life. The lady had stopped paying her rent, and she moved in with me. And mind you, I was just around 23 years of age. Like I was there, being a family man, being a stupid boy. And the lady was like around 6 months older than me. She was a lawyer, so she was very good in that, and she was using that one to manipulate me because each and every time it was day and night. It was sex. Day and night was sex. So like she had identified that is what that will control me if sex is not there. And when things get to us, she'll use it against you. She'll tell you that there is nothing that you do. It's only fucking me. So like you're just there, an innocent kid. She's giving you somewhere there, like you just fuck her, and she's the one who demands. She's the one who initiates everything. So like if you don't control your sexual desires, then you're fucked up, man. It's like if you don't control your appetite, people will poison you with food. Famous musicians have been poisoned with food. So the pussy will poison you. So if you don't control your dick and your tongue, don't just go there and start licking shit, man.
So you don't lick Pudesh anymore?
I don't. Why should I? If you start licking it, then you're fucked up. Because these ladies in their below 25, like they have, I don't know where they read this shit. They come into bed with some dangerous moves, some wild shit.
This guy was given Pudesh. You've never ever. So, do you have a girlfriend now?
No, I don't have a girlfriend because that relationship was fucked up.
How long ago was that?
Lady, it was in last year October, November, because I moved out of the city at November. So when I came to Nyeri, in January, she's there texting me that she realized she was pregnant and she got a miscarriage. And I was like, what the fuck? Give me the documents that show that you are pregnant. So I realized it was a card she was pulling to maybe have sympathy, to buy the sympathy vote, to lure me back so that she can come now to Nyeri and continue her wickedness. That's witchcraft, man.
and get pregnant now proper.
Yeah, and man, my ancestors saved me, man. I would be one fucked up guy because ladies have a way of reading your mind. Like they can tell whether you'll be a successful man in future. Maybe you are just a piece of shit. And the lady will. But what I used maybe to tell her, maybe she watched, maybe my relatives could realize that this guy is gonna make it. Because before I got the job, she was telling me like, don't be stressed. Everything is gonna line up. So if a lady notices your potential, mind you, she will do anything. She'll do anything to keep you by her side. Anything. So now I come here in Nyeri, and then the job that we are doing, we are like 160 youths, 160 guys who are below 27. And the things that are in that organization, the stories we're hearing, they're crazy shit. Like girls locking themselves in Airbnbs with sponsors, and they have boyfriends that will go and leak that shit when they get home. Like the thing was being knocked down by a mubaba, and then you are there leaking 70-year-old semen, man.
Okay, Mushina, hold up.
But Andrew, did you notice how clearly he can see And we were talking about this the other day, maybe yesterday.
Yeah.
That women can smell potential in a man even before the men know they have potential.
Way before.
It's crazy. It's crazy that Mochina, you recognize that this woman could see potential in you from way back when.
That same thing was repeated to me by a lady, my colleague at work, my desk mate. She's around 28 and she's our Kili. And she told me, like, the lady is mature. She's a Kienyeji, like, she isn't these ladies that want to eat all your money. She was telling me that ladies can tell even like 10 years, the 10 years to come,
the
what you'll be doing. Yeah, where you will be. And they can tell you everything. So if you're pussified man, if they don't detect success in you, mind you, you'll just hit and then they'll just leave you alone. You'll be left in the jungle and you're gonna scream. So the good thing is if you're just someone who cannot be helpful in the future, they won't waste your time. So for me, I was almost killed by a woman, man. Because
you're so dramatic, bro. You're so dramatic,
man. You know, just imagine
you're
your
such a drama king.
Being tied between two thighs, and then she puts two hands on your head. Man, it's like you're being beheaded, man. It's like,
oh man, you are so dramatic. You're such a drama king. Oh, wait, listen, Mushina, hold up. I want to get other voices in here. All right, I see we have Ali. This is Ali, 001.
Yes, this is Ali.
Yes, Ali. What's
Good morning. Fine. I can see you have your firing squad there. Mr. George, Gift, and my friend in Kenya. Agent 44. How have you been? Long time.
I have my firing squad?
Yes, your firing squad.
What does that mean?
As you know, they attack me every time I come here.
My firing squad? You're calling other men who are independent? We are sitting down in a group of men. I have a firing squad, Ali.
Yes, a firing squad.
Ali, why do you talk like a woman like this? What's going on?
I'm not a woman, Kibe. Don't abuse me, please.
Yeah, why do you come in? You're very sneaky. You're a sneaky motherfucker. You come in here with sneaky words and sneaky operation. You just
I'm saying the firing squad.
some sneaky language. You know, men don't have sneaky language like that.
I say firing squad. I didn't abuse anybody.
Wait.
But didn't abuse anybody. I just say,
who is this?
Yes, George, how are you? This is Ali Chiapo.
Andrew.
Yeah, yes, George. Can you just take over, because I'm done dealing with this.
No. I want to be very sure that this is the same Ali we know.
No, I just made it. Yes, the same Ali, you know.
Yeah, assume this is WWF, and you have tapped in. Now it is your turn.
No. I want to be completely sure.
No,
I'm not killing the wrong person. This is Ali, the one with the 9-year-old daughter at home.
No, don't go there. We had a problem.
But no. That's just a point of reference.
No, don't go there, please. Ali. Don't go there. The same Ali. Yes. Yes, the same Ali.
You are the motherfucker who comes and listens to us here, and then when we are done, you go and open another space somewhere else to discuss Andrew.
I've never discussed anybody. When I open my own space, we have fun. I've never discussed Andrew anywhere, anytime. If you have a recording, just give me.
When you say you have fun,
yes, if you have a recording, we talk about other. We talk about things. I've never discussed anybody. I've never joked about anybody. I do my own space. I do my own things. I don't discuss anybody.
And you say you have recordings.
If you have recording, just tell me. If I have if I talked about anybody,
you said you have recordings of those other spaces.
I don't do my recording. I don't do my spaces recording. We just talk and we have fun. I don't discuss anybody. That's my policy. You can ask anybody who attends my space, and we talk about what we talk about.
One last time.
Kenya is here. You can witness.
Ali.
Kenya is here.
I'm muting you now. You have to listen to me. I want you to repeat one more time that you have never left this space and opened another space to discuss what was discussed in Andrew's space. I want you to say you have never done that. Unmute yourself.
I don't discuss anybody, anything. Kenya is here. He can testify.
That's not the question I'm asking you. I'm asking you one last time, and I'm going to kick you out. That you have never been on this space.
Bro. He has run. He has run. He's running. And running. Mkenya, are you there?
Why do you have the
Yeah, like that? I'm right here, give it.
You know, George, if you remember, I told you that Ali is so sneaky that not just one person has come to my inbox telling me that he leaves this space and they go discuss about everything we were discussing in this space. How can a man behave like that? That's why even when I saw you have accepted him as a speaker, I was like, this puny ass lambistic shit.
Who he was, bro. I'm just going down the line accepting people who have not spoken.
That guy is a scum of the earth.
Girl, if they are sneaky little fucking devils like Ali or not.
Man, that guy is a scum of the earth. He's a liar. He's a con man. He says things that are not true. And now when he's been cornered, he runs. There he goes running. And now he's going to go today and open up another space. And probably even when that day we were having that discussion, he was one of the people who went and petitioned for that group to be blacklisted.
He's 6'9", you.
He's called 6'9".
He snitched.
Oh, he snitched. He's a puny guy. He's puny. And that's why so even today, he was coming here just to shit on this space, to show his people out there Andrew, that I can come in here and pee on these guys.
Are you Ejo Gabriel's little brother to have that energy to entertain him even for a minute?
Man, this guy is such a useless. Anyway, let's move beyond that puny fuck.
Kibe, ask George. You know, George has been having beef with like 4 people this week. It started with the Karen Susan woman. It went to Extian. It went to Robert Alai, and now.
Oh, he was on Extian's DM.
Bro, he's been putting.
Oh yeah, I saw him putting up something asking Extian for title deeds. God damn. All right, Mkenya, I want to hear from you. Have you been in any of those spaces, Ali spaces?
Yeah, I've been on several spaces. Yeah.
No, I'm asking. Is that guy? Have you heard anything that he's been discussing? I mean.
Okay, I think there was one heated space where you disagreed on. You disagreed about the issue of the daughter and everything. And I think he opened a space. But I can't really say specifically it was to discuss what was said, but that issue was brought up, whereby the issue of what was discussed in the morning was brought up.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move beyond that so that it doesn't bring down our energy. Yeah? Man. How do men behave like that? I got some inboxes from people and they were telling me how some of the convos that he has there, and I was like, man, it's it's not rocket science. Like when you look at the topic today, why do women want to be in control? Anyone can start a topic. Yeah, this is a spaces. We're not here trying to change the polarity of the earth. We're just here to have a discussion, laugh where we can laugh. And then after that, people go to sleep or people go to work. It's nothing serious. So I don't see why you should leave a space like this and then go and discuss and go discussing people on this space. The first thing he did, he came and said, "You're hit squad." And I'm like, why would you say that? Ali, you have the discussion. Okay, now let's move beyond Ali. I see Kibondi is here. Kibondi.
Yeah, Mr. Kibe and the rest of the guys, Abarizeno.
Where is he, bro? Talk to me.
Yeah, so now for me, there's one thing that I wanted to say. And for me, Molo is like, nowadays it's hard to find a genuine relationship. You are weighed, as a man, you are weighed on what you can provide or what you have versus what you don't have. Mm-hmm. So I think also for the men, you also have to love yourself and get to a point whereby if it has gotten to that point, then you too have to be with someone who can equally provide as you can provide. Because you don't want, when you start having baby mama issues, you're being told, oh, you have to do this and you have to do that. I mean, just as a man, love yourself enough to get a child with a woman who can support a child without your absence. I'm not supporting men being absent fathers, but you don't have to be there for the child to survive. And she doesn't have to be there for the child to survive. So if you demand for me to be independent, you too must be independent. That's my take.
All right. If you demand for the man to be independent, you see, now that's the thing. We're getting to a point where these relationships are like, they're so adversarial, where it's like we're fighting. Why would you be with a person and it seems like you're fighting? Why would you want to be with a woman and she's not a woman and you're not a man? Why how, what? It doesn't make sense. It's like when the alphabet people, okay? When the alphabet people came into the picture, they forced society to accept them because of marriage. Yet society had no problem with them. But they forced the law to accept them. And I'm like, what is this marriage obsession that we have? What is the obsession of people having to be together and people committing themselves to one another using the law? What's that obsession? What's going on right there? Because that's where all the drama comes in. But when there is no law and there is no law, when there is no law, there is no problem. But as long as there is law, there's a problem. When you're discussing something without having to use the Bible or the Quran or any other law for that matter, then you can be very objective about it. But once you bring in the law, then now the law becomes like a big stick and you want to beat everybody with it. And the more the person who understands or knows the law more uses the stick better. Engineer Omolo, I have made jokes about that name. What's up?
Yo, what up, Kevin?
How you doing, man?
Confetti, bro.
Talk to me.
This issue about women being controlling, my point was there is no good enough for women. As in, these people, you can't do anything to fill their cup of need, you see? So the more you will strive, the more you will give her, the more she will need. None. Then it's like hiyo kikombe huwa imevunjika chini. You can struggle to fill the cup, but you're doing nothing, bro. You can hustle for the family, you can do everything, but there is always that need she will always have. So it's just difficult. And the point we as men to accept your kid, it will be so easy for us. Not check. Because sisi men ndio huwa tuko na shida. We always try to satisfy women. Yani we strive so much to satisfy these creatures. Ambapo sisi wenyewe, you see, for a man you don't need much. You don't need. Men live a very simple life, bro. But women, it's so difficult. Hawezifanya kitu dema feel ako sawa. She will always need something at the end of the day. So,
are you saying that men should should men stay by themselves or what? Should we forget that women exist?
Yeah, actually, you see, it will be even much better, because right now, Kibe, I cannot lie to you. The only thing that brings a man and a woman together, Kibe, it's getting a child, or rather getting children. Huh? There is no point as for now. There is no reason in your organization at them Kumumba for 10, 20 years. Hakuna. Huh? It's only the kid. That is where the man and the woman have to come together. If we can get a kid and everybody stay by themselves, what's the point? Huh? So, the moment we broke, the moment we broke culture, we broke everything. Because culture had boundaries, you see. There was always that boundary in Mwanamke angepika, and there was always that boundary in Mwanaume. The woman was meant to had a reason in the family. Huh? We had not complicated a lot of things. And also, right now, we have very useless words like, I don't know, tribalisms, nini, this person should marry, you should marry from this tribe and whatever. Like you see, Kitambo, Kikuyus had their own place, to say they had their own village, or rather their own province or whatever. Ungepata Waluya wako na place yao, Wajaluo wako na place yao. There was nothing like tribalism. So ungepata, when a Kikuyu guy wants to marry, they could go within the village, angalie ni dem gani mzuri.
So engineer, so that we don't go too far with that discussion. So for you right now, you're saying in 2022, it's better for a man to be by himself?
Much better, kid. If you can,
are you by yourself?
I'm by myself, bro.
No children?
Huh?
No kids?
No children, bro.
How old are you?
No kids. I don't have the need. Right now I'm 30. I'm turning 31 next year. I no longer see the need. You see, I don't see that need.
So wait. I need you to keep it in English. Yeah. So what do you do for sex?
Yeah. For sex.
Yeah.
Just be open. You just go get a girl. If you need, being open is a good thing. These women, if you get a girl and you talk to her, hey, what's up, dinner and something like that. If you want to shag, she will know you want to shag, bro. Huh? If you go straight up and she know you need sex, she's also in because she also needs sex. But for you to go and start lying to a girl, you see, I love you, I don't know, whatever, then it start getting emotional, and at the end of the day, you just wanted to bang the cookie, but you went round the way you lied to her.
Wait. So for you, it is clear you don't want a woman. You're okay being by yourself.
I'm very much better, bro. I'm okay.
All right.
I have a lot of time. Yeah. So as for men, if you need sex, don't go around the way. You see, these women, they're also very simple. They also need sex, by the way. If you tell a woman you need sex, she also needs it. She will understand you, and she will not be attached,
Engineer. You see now you're mixing up the two, right? If you don't need the women, this is my advice to you. If you don't need the women, because stop trying to assume that you're sharper than them, because women will know your game. Once women know the game you're playing, they will find a way of turning it on you.
Yeah.
Yes. So sometimes the best way to play the game, to win, is to not play the game. Because some of these games are so against the man that if it doesn't matter how you play it, as long as you play it, you're going to lose. Yeah. It's not in our favor at all. It's not a free and fair election. So, engineer, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Kiba, thanks, bro.
All right.
I'm still here.
All right, don't go anywhere. Let's see if anybody else is going to jump on this. Mwenda.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Mwenda Kinoti, what's up?
Yes, I'm fine. I hope everyone is okay. Yes, on today's topic, why do women need to be in control? I think the rain started beating us when the sexual revolution happened. That is back in the day, in the 70s, when I was not alive yet. But from that time, I think the major thing that happened is that the masculinity traits have become very desired more than the femininity ones. And that comes back to whatever you said at the beginning, alpha facts and beta need. That is, after the sexual revolution, women didn't need as much security as they needed before. Because after the sexual revolution, they were able to get the family planning pills. And they didn't need to have sex. Before that, sex was equivalent to having kids. But from then, they did have more control. And I think that is where now everything started changing. And women started gaining more control and also seeking more control.
So you're blaming... There's so much...
No, I'm not blaming.
Wait. I'm not done asking the question.
Okay.
But there's a lot of... are you using headphones? We can hear so much static there.
Yes, I'm using headphones.
Yeah, just get rid of them or stop rubbing them on your shirt or something. There's so much of that.
Okay. Oh, there's wind where I am. It's quite windy. I'm outside.
Okay, then turn against the wind. All right, or into the wind. So, are you blaming where we are today because of the technology?
Yes, it's one of the reasons why we are where we are today.
Because we have all these pills and the women can be indiscriminate.
Yes, because women don't need as much security as they needed before. Because before, they needed the security for provision for the kids. Because you remember, even from what I've read before, when a woman got a kid out of wedlock, it was kind of an abomination.
Oh, it was very shameful.
Yes.
It was very shameful.
But now they can. Because they no longer need that security as much as was required prior. Now, whatever they need is the alpha fact side of the equation. So there's the saying that says that women would rather share an alpha than be saddled with a faithful loser. So I think it's that's where now things started turning. Yeah. And they led to where we are today in terms of them seeking more and more control.
But could it be that men started listening to women?
Yes. Yes, because also
technology is built by us. But when men started listening to women,
yes,
then women started controlling us.
Yes, because you can also see a case in point in Biden. You can see that that's the two men who are running the US thing at the moment. Even the Kenya one, you can make a case for being that it's run by a woman, Uru's mother on the sidelines. So also we started listening to them.
Isn't it scary though?
Yes, it is. It is. I'm not sure where this leads, but just have to be here for the ride and take care of ourselves.
Oh, it leads to destruction, bro. It cannot go too far.
Yes.
It leads to destruction and a lot of violence,
yes.
a lot of war.
Yes.
You know,
yes, for example,
for the longest time, we never thought women were violent.
Yeah.
But if you go to like Worldstar, you know Worldstar?
No.
Worldstar is one of these popular sites like Buzz or whatever it is. It's for the black people, right? Just go look at Worldstar and you see how much women actually, when women are left to their own devices, how violent they become.
Yes. Because also if you look at the economies, if you look at the ones that are run by women, you can see that most of them are very authoritarian. they're like a police state.
Like Australia now.
Yeah. If you look at Australia, that kind.
New Zealand.
So I think when the women get there, that power, that's more power, and the men listen to them, we vote them in, we do that. Then we come back like this equality of outcome, which is a very idea that is based on that is not based on reality. So we will get a society that is running after equality of outcome, and that leads to an authoritarian state. Because you'll have to have like socialism for you to have equality of outcome.
Yeah,
and we all know what socialism is.
Yeah, where it doesn't matter how hard you work, we all get the same.
Yes.
You know, they came and they said capitalism was bad, and they said equality of opportunity is not good because there is no opportunity for everybody, but we want equality of outcome.
Yes.
That was some crazy shit, right?
Very.
And the men are just sitting there saying, it's okay, it's all good. It's all good.
Yes.
All right, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you put it in a very nice, very easy to understand way.
Okay, thank you too.
All right. Thank you, Mwenda. Have you guys understood that shit? That's some deep shit right there. Jackson, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. For me personally, like, in order to see like the whole topic the way it is, like control. First of all, before I talk about that, it's very shameful when men have their own round table and there's somebody else like Judas, Ali.
Yeah.
Like go out there and open. You know, we don't say bad words in here. You know, we're not putting women down. We're not here to put women down. We're here to develop the men, actually. You know, because we want what's the best for the men, for the society. Because it's about the society, it's about the community. Because the community grows when it's family. It grows when everybody is all together. But now it's like a lot of men are dumbing themselves down. They are really accepting some of these things and normalizing it, listening to people that shouldn't be listening to. I'm sorry, let me take my headphones out.
What is Jackson doing? All right, as we wait for Jackson to come back, we don't.
No, I'm here.
What, bro? How long did it take you to get your headphones out?
No, I'm sorry, bro.
No worries. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is like, a lot of men don't understand the one control. The control is the part like they giving the control to the women. So actually, this control is we the one giving it. It's not the other way around. And when we give it, they take it. That's what's happening right now.
So why are we giving it?
We're giving it because we are bombarded by all this the information that is coming to us. So a lot of people are like, hey, it's equality. Is this is about accepting like, oh, there has to be equal parts. So we get, you know, and a lot of our people in our generation, we really agreeing to this stuff.
So we are bombarded by who? By the women?
No, the information they have. There's a way of the society trying to convene that. If you remember very well, like us growing up, you know, when we have to listen to KBC and Voice of Kenya, whatever it was the man was the one reading the news, right? Who reads the news nowadays? The women.
Mm-hmm.
You go to every other channel, it's women. And see, if you watch something so many times, you start believing it because you start, you know, and it's been like given to the knowledge, like, you know, the more I give it to you, the more you believe it. The more I give you the lie, the more you believe it. You know? So what is happening nowadays is like a lot of people are starting to believe in this stuff like, hey, maybe it's true. Maybe we are equal.
What about school?
School-wise, okay, so let me give you a story today, right? So actually it happened today. I'm not even lying to you. So my daughter called me, and she told me they are being taught about I have not. I mean, personally, let me quote this before I continue. I have nothing against you as your sexuality. I have against if you preach it to my people. So it was like, oh, they're trying to teach us about gayism and all that stuff in school. This elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
So these things is taught in the people in generation to come, and we start to believe it. Now, even the American passport itself, I hope we don't get canceled for me saying this. It's coming to a point where like you don't have to put if you're male or female.
So did we say? Because I think at some point the school idea, school was very was education had been separated, where we were not teaching boys and girls in the same thing.
Okay, so this is what I want to tell you, Kibe, and I want a lot of people to listen so carefully. There's an agenda, and the agenda comes from somewhere that nobody knows, but there's an agenda going on in the world right now. That's why everybody's complaining about the same thing, because what's bigger than a family, really? But they have been able to separate the family, and it's working.
And then now, you know what's happening even in these kindergartens and the nursery schools, when because the boys do not listen to the women teachers.
Yeah.
And the boys are all over the place, so they found a way of diagnosing these boys with something known as ADHD.
Okay, I'm dealing with one right now. I have a female that works for me. And this female, she partially works for me, bro. Like, literally, every time there's something going on with our kids. And the father is there, but not fully there. So I always ask her, where is the father? He can always be dealing with the sons, because she has 2 sons and 1 daughter, but the sons are always misbehaving.
Yeah, the boys don't grow up listening to their mother. So
exactly.
So when these boys are taken to kindergarten, they are diagnosed, like medically diagnosed with attention disorder, and then they
already been diagnosed.
Yes, and then they're given the medicine. It's called what? Ritalin and something else.
I told her, don't let your sons get that medicine.
And that medicine it even has hormone blockers, bro.
Yeah, I told her the only medicine is for the father to come in around and fight with the boys, but she don't listen. So we are literally being driven to a world that we don't even know, but it's coming, either we like it or not.
Man, no, but again, remember, all cannot be lost, because why are we here today? You know what I mean?
That's why we get blocked off, because we have a round table as men. We're talking important stuff to help our society, to help us grow.
Yeah, but why do you think we are here where we are now? Because it may look hopeless.
No, it's not hopeless.
Yes, but why do you think that we are here? Because it cannot be hopeless. There's never been a time in this world where there has been no hope for a better tomorrow. Because even now, the fact that the men are starting to wake up, and it may take another maybe 40 years or whatever, it's not the time doesn't matter. And a lot of men are going to fall by the wayside. A lot of them are going to be trapped and everything before we can reset this world back to how it needs to be. But as long as that we now recognize there's a problem, because let me to be very honest, five years ago, these conversations were not happening.
They were not happening because men were being dumbed down, and we are agreeing to it. So what they do is they bring up one situation. If you look at the news very well, what they do is they bring up one situation, and everybody is going to fall for it. Be it men, be it women. They bring that emotion in you. Like, hey, man, I wouldn't like this to happen to my kids. I wouldn't like this to happen to whatever. But they know beyond that, there's a major thing that is going on. And they know what they are doing. These things are not just happening. But somebody else is really remanufacturing us to what they want us to be. No matter what, we are working for corporations. Since when did corporations become bigger than our families?
Man, and we initiate. All right, Jackson, don't go anywhere. Mugera, you had something to say before I give somebody else a chance to speak.
Yeah, I'm not trying to change the topic, but actually I'm going to answer the question, why do women want to be in control?
Mm-hmm.
And you said it earlier in this space. And what you said was adaptability. The world is changing so fast, but I think especially the black men, and especially the black men in Africa, has been slowest to see the change and to adapt the change. Because this one I want to see, Kibe. Los Angeles was founded in 1850 some, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you, how was Kenya, how was Africa 1850? It was pretty much a forest, right?
Mm-hmm.
These guys were doing aqueducts, tapping water from Montana, because Los Angeles is a desert. But there's never one day we ever lacked water. Not even one day. So if you flush the toilet, there was always water. If you want to take a shower, there always hot water or cold water. What I'm trying to say is that, and these aqueducts were being done in the 1920s, 1930s. Where was Africa, 1920s, 1930s? These people, especially the Western European, have been so good and adapted in solving problems. In that act of solving problems, they have been able to create enormous jobs for their men. And when there are these men, when they have these jobs, this brings income. That's why a white man can go in any part of this world, and guess what? They can sleep with their women. Because what women always go upper. A woman will marry you, but if you find somebody who's doing better than you, she will jump ship so quick, most of them. That's why they look at their pastors. That's why their bosses, the way they talk and deal with their bosses and their pastors is very different the way they deal with you, because they have put a pastor or their boss in a higher place. So what I'm saying is, if you look at Africa, like us, look at the cars we drive. We have not even manufactured one car all these centuries that can we call made and designed in Africa. What do we really make? What problem do we solve ourselves? George is a witness. Come to America. They have places here in Virginia. They have dark tunnels under the sea. They say, we're not going to mess with our environment. We're not going to build a bridge right here. What we're going to do, we're going under the Atlantic Ocean, and we will make a tunnel from here to the other island. And they do it. So I'm in a small city right now. They are building bridges right now that they will last for the next 65 years. The old bridge is still working, but they have already budgeted for a bridge that's going to be there 2075, 2060. But you see Africa right now, they are being flooded. Like now it's the rainy season. What's going to happen? People will be flooded everywhere. You go, a town like New Orleans is below sea level. The city is actually below the sea level. They have made dikes around the city. They call them, they have a name for them in Louisiana. Netherlands. That's why they are good in making dikes. Netherlands actually is a swamp. Japanese, they reclaimed the ocean and they increased their land. These are men solving serious problems. You know what I'm saying? But I think, and if you go find deep, especially, look at the Japanese, for example. They have even, they are so deep in their, when they lost the Second World War, and the Americans came in, they slowly drove Americans away, because there was this introduction of American movies, American music, and they slowly took it away. And they said, no, we're going to stick to our Japanese culture. Today they have geisha. If you look at geisha, these are comfort women for only Japanese women. White men could go to Japan, but if any geisha serviced a white man, guess what? She was blacklisted. You can only serve, because of course they are the power, because they have been conquered. But up to today, you go today, you find geishas dressed in those traditional Japanese costume with paint fencing just to serve men because that's their culture. But so when we lost our culture and we lost our livelihood, we used to make our livelihood was pretty much through livestock and I don't know, well, maybe I'm thinking 100 years ago. So when the African man lost his livelihood, land became smaller, like Kenya, they took the White Highlands. Huge chunks of land were taken from us. That was wealth that could have been passed on from generation to generation. So when they were taken to these camps and they lost that power of handling power of a man, you became weaker. That's why when a Mzungu comes to Kenya, even our women are so eager to sleep with the Mzungu because he realized Mzungu has more power than the black man. So if we black people, especially black men, at this, because we can't change the past, go together, design and work as a team. And for example, we have cobalt in Congo, knew how to manufacture and deal with it and market to the world, safeguard our own resources.
Okay, so Mugera, so you're saying
yes,
that we have not been solving our own problems.
Yes, especially Africa. Yes.
So if we go back to solving our own problems, because
yes,
you can talk about cobalt, rubber, whatever it is that is in Africa, but
yes,
you realize there's not a single bicycle we make in Africa. You know that.
That's right. That's a problem.
Forget about motorcycle, even a bicycle.
If we don't make anything, that means economically we are so poor. Financially, literacy, atuna. So when a Japanese comes there,
but women want be in control worldwide.
No, not worldwide. Don't worldwide, because you know what? Judges will be can contest to this. Come to America today. Even America, there's a class of people. There is the 1%, there is the upper middle class, middle class, and the lower middle class. When we are soccer moms, who are the soccer moms? Soccer moms, these are upper middle class women who do not even go to work. Their work is to take care of their children. If you go to these neighborhoods right now, public schools are for the minority, black, Latinos, and Asians. Almost all the white kids go to private schools. So, and these private schools, guess what? They are funded by their parents. Their moms, actually in California, they took off school buses. The parents have to take their children to school, which means one parent has to stay home. So you find upper and middle class families, they will leave their profession. They will be a pharmacist, they will be a doctor, they will be a lawyer. As soon as they get their kids, they don't stop working. They solely concentrate on raising those kids. And those kids are the future leaders of this country. The less of is a strata. So the lower class, they're not those you're going to be their worker bees anyway. They don't care about your families. That's why when you destroy your own family, when you destroy your own family, they know, don't worry, they'll be working McDonald's, they'll be working Walmart. No, those guys will be cutting our grass. So what I'm saying is, don't fool yourself that for even in Japan, go look at Japan. Look at all the corporations in Japan. Even a company, we drive Toyotas over the place. Look at the board of management of Toyota. Go see, who are they? They're not women. They're not Japanese women. They are Japanese men. So what I'm saying is, I think part of it, especially black men, is we have, and there's a strong, I don't know how to say it. Have you realized, especially here, where 2 or 3 more black men meet even for a function, they always come up a fight. They'll fight. They're shooting. There's ABCD. We can't get along. I think if the black men got along, go together and made something of themselves, the rest of the world will respect them, and our women will respect us too.
All right.
That's what I think.
All right. Hey, man, Mugera, you are on fire, man. It is so clear what you're saying. It's amazing. Other things are not as clear, but this one is so clear. It's crystal clear to you, man. Interesting. So if the black men come together,
I just want to ask. I'd like to ask Jackson. Well, why, despite all that, why let's say the men who are innovative, people like Francis Olekaparo, ended up realizing 40 years later, the kids are not his. but he's one of the most successful men in Kenya in the legal fraternity. He was a speaker. He had everything from power to money, resources, only to be demeaned by his own woman. So it means it's not the money anymore.
But
not even power.
Before I let him speak, you have to understand that the black woman has no respect for the black man. Okay, this is what Mugera was trying to say. The black woman has no respect for the black man because she knows where the real power is. If you are here some spaces ago, there's a lady who came in. I don't know whether it's Maboko or who it was, who came in and said that there's nothing the black man can do to the black woman because the white man is...
the South Zimbabwean lady who was saying, you just go to Uncle Sam.
Yes, so the black woman does not look at the black man as anything important. So that's why she's always arguing with him. That's why leaving the black man for a black woman. I mean, for the black woman is so quick to leave the black man because she knows that she can always go to the white man who is the uncle or the dad, and she will get sorted.
Hey, Kife.
Let me jump on this space, Kife. Look at the example of Africans in diaspora, especially in America. The black women from all over Africa, when they came to America, they quickly realized we have to work as a team. We have, and they realized one of the most paying industry, especially in this Western world, especially in Australia, especially in America, is healthcare. So what do? These women, just as they do in Africa, they form the women groups. They started now forming women circles here. They have one very strong one called Kwitu. You know, this Kwitu, women exchange information. You go to a state like Washington, D.C., women have opened these nursing homes, and they employ fellow women. And they have realized, hey, in this health industry, taking care of the elderly, taking care of the children, or taking care of the mentally challenged, they can make some serious money. But we Kenyans, especially black men, when we meet, we can't even meet 5 of us. By the time we meet 10 of us, we are busy fighting. When especially the black men in America, when they meet even in the clubs, they are shooting each other. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying is, I think part of it, we have to learn to get along. And especially when men come together, we can do big things, of course. We have examples of men getting together like NBA players now. Some of them are coming together to own a team. Coming together and deciding, you know what? No, we're going to own our own teams. So great things have been done when people work as a team. Elon Musk is not building Tesla by himself. He has a team of strong men who are helping him accomplish this dream of his. So that's what I'm saying is, especially the black woman here in diaspora has become so adaptive in the Western ways. For example, I'll give you a very clean example. I've been here longer than my wife, but I can tell you my wife has been in houses of these white people. I would say probably I've never even been at that of them through our work. What I'm saying is, no, when she goes to this mansion in Beverly Hills, to Rolling Hills, to Hollywood, she's going to work, and they're paying her. And guess what? One time I was going to pick her from there. And guess what? At the gate, they had to ask me, "Where are you going?" But what I'm saying is, by the system here, they are so welcoming for her. Oh, she's here to take care of my ailing mother. Okay, no problem. But now, me as a husband going to pick her up, I have to answer, "Hey, what's this black man doing in this neighborhood?" And I have to explain, I'm going to do ABCD, and I have to be allowed through the gate. And you can imagine now, this woman has seen all this. I cannot even provide a fraction of what she has seen. I'm not judging her. I don't know.
No, but what you're saying is true, because how is she supposed to look at you as her man when she knows that you don't provide for her the way this white man can provide for her? Because what you're giving her, she can probably make in a night.
That's right.
With the right client.
Keep it.
A tip for her, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would like to, first of all, I know Mugere has made so many points. they could be right. Some of them are right, and some of them are very wrong. Actually, in our community as Kenyans, we have our own issues, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's men that solve the issues. And a lot of those men got conflicts with women, maybe their wife, maybe their girlfriend, or whatever. But let me tell you something. Most of the problem, even when somebody dies, when somebody is sick, is the men that come in and coming together. So we are not that bad, you know? We do some things right.
Jackson, that's also not correct, because there's nothing important the diaspora people ever do together, because all they do is party, right?
No. It's all they do. I know there's this implication of, oh my God, this is bad. We are bad people.
I'm not saying that the people are bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there is no impact of what these people are doing, because you're probably so wrapped up in your own life.
We are falling short. I think the word is.
I'm not saying people are bad. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But where a society where there are no men meeting or no men leading the way, and that society is fucked. And that's what's happening now. Even you guys who are in diaspora, in every diaspora, Australia, UK, whatever, the only time these people come together is when a politician has come from the other country.
No, not really. Actually, keep it watching. Let me tell you something, right? There's so many issues men solve the only time men comes, like they solve problems, is like when their women tell them, when the women have to back off, then the men have to come in. That's a problem that we have.
So, but Jackson, we're saying it's not proactive; it is reactive.
Exactly, it's reactive.
Yes, so
I agree with you.
Yeah, so how can men wait for things to happen and then solve them, while they should be looking? Like, the white man doesn't wait for problems; he preempts and looks in the future and says, "We might need another 3-4 bridges in the future."
That's the problem we have.
Yes, but now the black men who come from the Africa, and the black men even who live here in America as the blacks, are unable to see beyond themselves and their selfishness. So you guys are not solving any real problems. What you're doing is coming together for weddings and funerals.
Well, the problem is major. When the problem is major, that's when we come along.
Yeah, no, for weddings and funerals.
Yes, exactly. When the problem is major, that's when we come along.
Yeah, but when there's nothing real that you're doing. It's not real.
Yeah,
because it's not for development. It's not for posterity. It's not to build. It's just to maintain.
So if I may interrupt you, I think Gift Dale has a very good channel, by the way, but I haven't had a time to go there. But do you know that channel can help a lot of kids here in America that are really struggling, but they still can't join it because it's a Kenyan. But I
know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Benefit from it,
a lot of this information, Jackson. What you're saying is very true. A lot of this information is available.
It's available for you. You can benefit from it. This is a Kenyan group that is trying to help you out. Actually, I'm enjoying it. I'm a businessman, but I want to learn about, because the future is going towards IT. I'm gonna join Gift Dado's channel. I want to learn all that stuff in my old age. I'm gonna join it.
All right. Okay. Jackson and Mugera, let's get a few more voices into this. Honorable Val, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Kimber. Good morning, everybody.
Are you stretching or you're getting your dick sucked?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, I was stretching. So, about the topic today, I feel first, African leaders has a lot to contribute about this whole women thing, because as of, let's say, early 2000s, 90s, 80s, I think our women are much better than now, because they were not exposed to some certain things, and it really helped those men those days, because the manners and the things those women had those days actually helped them. But in today, Our leaders has failed us in many ways. They have contributed by even bringing some certain things that we don't need in Africa. Because in Western world, I think they are just trying to impose a lot of things, a lot of laws, a lot of things on us, on how to allow women and how to allow women take control. So our leaders has actually fucked us up in many ways. Just like Putin said a few days ago or something, some time ago, he said, had he been he's alive, that he was the president of Russia by then, that they wouldn't have killed Muammar Gaddafi. Such leaders that knows how to protect their people from getting what they are not supposed to, because we've actually suffered a lot in this part of the world. They are trying to even give us what will even hurt us more, because I don't think they have any plan for we Africans at all. They don't, because the way they tell our women to match our head, because that's the only way they can actually get an African man down. We are special beings. We are the only people that only African man knows what God that created him has asked of him to do, because it's in this part of the world that a man wants to be in control. God gave us, every man, the right to be in control, the right to be in charge. But these days, Westerners try everything humanly possible to make our women disorganize us.
Are you saying that they're undermining us in the eyes of our women?
Yes. They are trying to bring us down in the eyes of our women. Back in the days, our women don't see us like that. These days, a woman will see you and try to belittle you as a man. An African woman wants to see you as somebody that she can do actually whatever you do. They made them believe that what a man can do, a woman can do. But that has not been it. A woman is created for a purpose. A man is created for a purpose. So and our leaders also trying to adjust to their own kind of orientation is what we are suffering today. Any leader that wants to protect a man as a man will do everything humanly possible to do that. Just like in countries like North Korea. I love those leaders, North Korea, Russia. I love the way they do things. You have to do everything humanly possible to make sure that a citizen of Africa, by our leaders, those countries that protect their citizens, will always be hated by the Westerners.
Okay, all right. Just hold on. Those countries that protect their citizens will always be hated by the Westerners. So there are a lot of things that are not clear. So Honorable Val, just hold on. I'll come back to you. That politician, your hand was up. What did you want to say? And I see you.
Yeah. Hello, Kibe, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I was saying, I've listened and I've listened to how everyone here is trying to relate why women would want control to Africa and the Western world. And I just wanted to tell people that you think this case of women wanting control is more in Africa than it is in the Western world, because personally, I think because right now, currently, this feminism and emancipation agenda is being sold here in Africa than it is in the Western world, because it has been existent there. That is why women here are struggling to adopt and to adjust with this feminism agenda. Many are misinterpreting it. Many are perceiving it in a wrong idea that maybe feminism means, or being feminine should mean being on top of a man, other than maybe, yet it would actually mean being in position to defend yourself in a male-dominated society. That is why women in Africa right now are trying so hard to adopt this agenda, because it's being sold in this century. And I think women who are actually gaining power right now in Africa are trying so hard to adopt this idea, and maybe many are adopting it in the wrong way. That is why cases are here than they are out there. And I wanted to tell this gentleman, Mugera, who said his wife has been to more houses out there, houses of rich men, than he has been, and maybe she could come back home and question. I don't know whether he meant it in a way that I got it, but it's like he meant that this woman could come back home and question his purpose or his importance as a man, because she has seen men out there who are more successful or more accomplished than the husband that she has at home. And personally, I don't know what is that supposed to mean. I think that would only mean that the woman that you married is I don't know, should we question her? Because that is literally everywhere. It's not only in the Western world, even in Black communities. You get married to a man and you will still meet men who are better than him, more accomplished and more developed, men who can provide better than your man can. But that doesn't mean that you should go home and question the husband that you have simply because you have met men who are better than him. And I don't think that made sense to me, unless we'd love to make it make sense.
All right. Okay, thank you, that politician. I'll give a chance to Mugera once I'm done with Tubbs. Tubbs, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Kibe, morning.
Morning. Did you hear what that politician said?
Yeah, I heard what she said, and I've been here for quite some time. Before I get to my point, Kibe, the guy that came in earlier to try and advise the young doctor, the one that is raising his cousin's child.
Yeah.
I have an advice for him. I know you guys tried to advise him, but I just want to add on to that. Obviously, the guy is attached to the child now. He spent a lot of time and a lot of money on the child up to so far. The best thing for him to do is to adopt the child and bring the child in. He must just speak to his wife and they must adopt the child because he's now attached to the child. He's going to find it difficult to completely divorce himself from that situation because he's already attached to the child. He loves the girl. So he must just adopt the girl and bring her in and take full responsibility and not just be a sponsor. And
wait. Are you talking about the 29-year-old?
No. How old was the child? I think she's 15, isn't it?
No, the child is 29, bro. That child you're talking about is a grown woman, man.
Isn't it? Okay, I missed that part. So yeah, no.
Yeah, but even if the child was not of age, why would you adopt her?
He's attached to her. He's been raising her for quite some time.
Yes, but he's not lived with her. So why would you bring somebody who you've not lived with into a family that has been living by itself? You know how dangerous that could be, bro. You're bringing somebody else who has been living by themselves or out there with a mom. All those new mannerisms and stuff. That would be some crazy shit, bro, Tubbs.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, from the moment he found out through the DNA that that girl is not his child, he should have made a decision to remove himself from that situation.
And she's 29, bro. She's 29.
But when did he find out that...
When she was 28.
When she was 28?
Yes, last year.
What was I listening to? Let me pass that, Kibe. It's going to beat me that scenario because I didn't get the facts correctly. Now back to this topic, Kibe. I will tell you that now. if you are a man in your house and you do not dominate, the woman will dominate. There must be leadership. If there is no leader, somebody else will come in and take the leadership role. So if a man has divorced himself from his leadership role or his role as a domineering, as a leader in a home, the woman will take over. So the reason why women want to be in control is because the men have shown such weakness that they have seen a vacuum in leadership. So they have to step in naturally. So we have moved from our natural position to lead. We have moved from our natural position to dominate in every sphere of society. Now, nature will not allow.
Like now in 2022, how is the man able to dominate his wife or dominate the situation of husband wife in 2022? Because you cannot stop her from going to work, can you?
You cannot stop her. You cannot stop her.
So there are many things you cannot stop her from doing. So how are you going to dominate her while we are living in an age where we have running water in our homes? You can go to the supermarket and buy food and just put it in the microwave, or you can even order it and it will come hot to your doorstep. Everything that you want can be ordered online. She can get a job online. How are you going to dominate her? Well, she has all these options in life.
This is how you dominate her. You have to be 10 steps ahead of her in terms of resources. You have to be 10 steps ahead of her in terms of mental capacity. You have to be able to dominate her in the home.
Like Tubbs. You're talking about resources. Tubbs. Hold up. I keep losing you, but when you talk about resources, think about someone like Mugera. Man, what are you doing with your phone there? You guys doing? Are you on Bouncing Castle?
No, man. I should be fine now. Is there still noise?
All right, just keep it that way. Stop moving around or stop moving the phone.
Hey, keep it. I have a question for Tubbs.
Just before you ask a question. So, okay. Tubbs, when you look at someone like Mugera probably came to America first, then he saved up, and then he brought his woman, and he paid for her school fees and everything, and now she's earning more than him. Okay? So you can have dominated her, but then the opportunities for her will open up, and she will get to a position where she's ahead of you. So what happens then? How do you go back to dominating?
Then you are fucked. There's nothing you can do. You are fucked.
That's it.
It depends. Now, what is going to save you in that situation is how the girl was brought up. If she has been brought up in a good family where she understands who and what a man is in her life, then she will continue to respect you going forward. But if she does not come from that environment, then you are fucked. Your marriage is going to suffer. Eventually, you'll end up divorcing her. Or she'll actually divorce you because you will not be strong enough for her anymore. She
cannot picture her sharing her resources with you.
Exactly. That's not how she's built.
Okay.
So definitely will make the marriage so difficult that you will go.
All right. Mkenya Daima, are you there?
Yes, Kibe, I'm right here.
You've had your hand up for a minute. What's up?
Yeah, I wanted to just say something about why African man is not coordinating, because the only time they coordinate is when there is something like a burial and when there is drinking, because we see all guys in diaspora here on Twitter Spaces. They just come cheat on us with alcohol and everything, but they will never share even any opportunity. So that is basically why an African man is not progressing. The other aspect is that our society cannot plan. The African society does not plan. We just live for today. We don't live for tomorrow. That is why the whites are really ahead of us. Believe you me, Kibe, around 2019, I happened to share a meeting And the meeting that I was in, it was one of the meeting in Munich. I see how those guys are planned. They have even created a product they know they will sell in East Africa. You get? I mean, I was there because I'm in the technical team, but they have created a product they should sell in the year around 2030 because they have planned the amount of energy we will be using in the year around 2030. You get? So that is what our African societies lack. That's why we've not even figured out our problems, Kibe. The problems that we have, we don't deal with the basic problem. Right now, an African man and a Kenyan man, to be specific, is trying to fight things like, I don't know, gender equality and everything, as if we don't have enough problems in Kenya. We have enough problems, and Africa is suffering from basic problems, which include water, food, and energy. Until we have figured out how to fight those, we will never progress, despite everything that we'll ever do. But all we do is just to talk about. We don't even plan. That is the craziest problem. That is the thing I wanted to chip in and say, Kibe.
All right, well, thank you. Thank you for being very straight up with that one. We don't plan. Bro, that's a big, big problem. In Kenya, do you guys know that Johnny Walker in the UK, their store has more, the Johnny Walker, the value of the Johnny Walker in that store. Mugera, I need you to mute your mic, huh? Yeah, thank you, Mugera. The value of the Johnny Walker in their stores is more than the value of the gold in their central bank. These guys have bottles that they know they're going to sell in 25 years. In the barrel, they said this drink, we are preparing it not for now, for 25 years from now. In 25 years, they open the barrel, bottle it up, and sell it. In Africa, bro, we have methanol and rats. Why should I wait? Why should I wait even 20 days? Forget, man. God damn. All right. Gentlemen, let's close this up. I'll give everybody who's been here a chance to just give me your final submissions. We've been talking for a long time, and it has been quite good, and we've had a good week. So if you want to jump on this and you've not had a chance, I see Gichungu is here. I gave you a chance. You didn't jump on it. I don't know whether you still want to come back. But let's start with Peters. Peters, are you there? Peters.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, sir. I mean, the topic of for today is, why do women want to be in control? And I think it comes from men not having their shit together. Like, you know how you always say, don't argue with a woman. But then if you don't have better ideas in a conversation like right now, because we're having this conversation, if you don't have better ideas, then how can we not progress as a society? So I think that it's the problem with the people who raised us, and a lot of bad marriages. That now we're in this point of why the women are taking control. Because why is there so many divorces? And why is the corporate world now taking the side of the women so much? Like you see the influencers in Kenya. The influencers in Kenya. You see, they're trying to sell us. The women are trying to sell us alcohol, travel lodges, and all that, everything. Now, where are the men? Where are the men? That's the question. And I mean, I like this space. I like the conversations. It's pretty. It's kind of a mind fuck a little bit. Then at least you get to open your eyes and other perspective in life. And thank you, Kibe.
All right, thank you, Peters. Appreciate that. Where are the men? Where are the men? Mwenda, are you still here? I don't know whether Mwenda is still here. Mugera, you have 30 seconds. Mugera.
Okay, sure. 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
I'll answer two questions for Tabs and that politician. And what I'll tell her is that, okay, there's one aspect of living in Africa as a family, as a couple, where, of course, in Africa, the men pretty much have the upper hand in terms of finances and financial control. When you cross to the diaspora world, especially in Australia, Europe, Canada, in America, it's a whole different ballgame. Because for one, these societies, especially when you're foreigners, they are very welcoming to your women and children. That's why at the southern border of America, they were only when there was a wave of refugees from Central America, they were only accepting children, no parents. They were taking in as refugees children. So when you come to this Western world, they value children more, then the women, the elderly. I think cats and dogs, men are fifth. A fact. What I'm trying to tell you is that my wife has more opportunities, financial opportunities, many more times than me living in these Western countries. So it's up to her, as you said earlier, how she was raised, how if she wants to work with me. But that's why we have so many failed marriages, failed relationships in this Western world. And because for one thing, I want to capture this part you understand. The male is in another male's territory. When you come to live in this Western Western world, it's like a lion going to live in another male's territory. Guess what? The male will be put on the side first. So it has to take a very strong woman who is earning more than the man to work as a team and continue building that family. And what else? Tabs, I was saying is, as you said, we are fucked. I'll admit that in diaspora, we are fucked. Unless we, the African men, we, the black people, come together. There are few examples who have done extremely well, especially in Dallas. There are a group of Kenyans who have come up. They are truck drivers, and they have formed up a big team. And right now, the one of the biggest trucking company in Texas. So it can be done, but it has to be men coming together and talking business, solving problems. By so doing, then they can make an impact not only to themselves, but to their families and even to their women. I think that's what I want to say.
All right. Thank you, Mugera. I appreciate that. Very well put. Very well articulated. Jackson, are you still here?
I didn't expect it was me. Okay, so I'm here. So, Kibe.
You have 30 seconds, yeah.
It's 30 seconds? Okay.
Yeah.
So my main thing is who's giving this control? It's men, right? So if there's somebody else getting control in this conversation, it's men that are giving control to the women. So I'm like, how are they giving control? Maybe they are thinking with their career, with their thing, you know? So...
Okay. I hear you.
So the main point is stop thinking with your and you know, I don't mean to be French. I don't speak French. Stop thinking with your dick. Seriously, men have to start thinking the right way. Start listing the things that you want from a woman. And you don't have to be with any woman because you want to be with a woman, because your dick is hard. No. Go straight to the point. This is what I want. This is what I want for my family. I've been there. I've been in the failure side. I've been in the success side. Start thinking straight with your head. Your head is on top, not down there. I'm done.
Thank you, Jackson. Appreciate that. Says, stop thinking with your dick. Your dick has put you in too much problems. Too many problems. Tubbs, you have 30 seconds.
Maybe a minute, Kibe. I just want to respond to Mugera first, to say that men determine the relationship, but women control the sex. So if you have control over the relationship, you have to go, that men date up and women men date down and women date up. That kind of a scenario, if you adhere to that, then most of your problems will be solved, because you will not have a problem of a masculine woman who wants to dominate you all the time. That's number one. Number two, Kibe, a woman by the name of Sharazad Ali She says that the Western world or the Western man or the Western woman has taught the black woman that the only thing that your man is good for is to give you money. Now, we see it every day. Now, if your man cannot give you money, he's not a man. And then they design a system whereby it is difficult for a black man to make money. It's difficult for a black man to break any boundary in the world whatsoever in order to advance himself economically. So they've designed the system like that, so that they can keep you subdued, they can keep you under your woman's thumb, and then your family like that. That is my contribution.
All right. Thank you, Tubbs. Appreciate that. Oh, man. And we're learning a lot today. Agent 44.
Yes, I'm here, Kibe.
All right, talk to me.
I just wanted to finish by saying that a society that will allow women to be masculine, a society that will allow women to control everything in the society and even perform men's roles is opening a floodgate of chaos. And I blame men for this. I concur with Taps and other contributors that we do not even want to blame women. Let us blame. There are men who are perpetuating this thing, and those are the biggest letdown in the society right now. And finally, I also want to say we normally chip in when you are not around, especially on Sunday with Mukenya, Gift, and so many other guys. And we host spaces on Sunday in the morning. So feel free to join in and give your 2 cents. And I don't know what happened to your YouTube. Yesterday I was trying to look for content, and I was even fearing that they have done one of those things.
There's another channel. It's called Mr. Lambistic. Look for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have... Thank you. I have 2 channels now. So I have the regular one and Mr. Lambistic.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can go to that. I'm holding my lives on that space. So for now, I will be going back to the other one in a few days.
Sawa, no problem. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Agent 44. I appreciate that. Is Gift here? Is Gift still alive? Honorable Val, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here, Kimber.
All right. Give me your 30 seconds.
Okay, my 30 seconds goes like this. My advice to any African woman is they should stop being bitter. They should not think that their mothers has been fooled, that their mothers are foolish for being under their men. They should know that it's like this. This is the way. It's a divine program by God for a woman to be under man, not to be in control. Also to our men, just like Tabs, who said that we think with our dick, because it's most times when men that love sex, maybe during sex, they will promise heaven and earth and do all sort of shit to make a woman feel better, to make a woman feel she's behind. Most men do that during sex or even after sex. So men should man up. Then women should stop thinking that they have been cheated all this while. It's like that. It's programmed for a man to be in charge, for you to be under a man. So that's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you, Honorable Val. Appreciate that. I said we are programmed that way. All right. Kenya Daima.
Yeah, what's up, Kibe?
I'm easy. Talk to me. Yeah, you have your 30 seconds.
Yeah, I don't want to dilute what has been said. I think great things have been said today. All I want to say, I'm proud to be part of this growing community. And yeah, I wish everyone could also get on board, and the content doesn't end here. And I had to check Mr. Lambistic, my guy. Talambistic is fire on YouTube. And
Uh-huh.
also, yeah, because everyone was in blues by the Kim. Everyone was in blues. Why is the other channel? But yeah, I'm happy to see that it's there. The other one I see we are a community of 171 subscribers, 171K.
That is crazy though.
Yeah. I think it's still one of the most growing channels because at a rate of almost 5K daily, which is a good one. So yeah, this information, these materials are available on your page, on your Patreon page, Kibe Andrew. You guys can always check it there. Last time I checked, we were like 122 patrons. So yeah, that's what the community is still growing, many patrons. So yeah, we support this great information. Thank you, Kibe. That's all I had to say for today.
Thank you, Kenya Daima. He's given me a shout out like I would have paid for it, man. How you'd pay somebody and tell them, just go say something nice about me. That's Kenya Daima for me, man. I appreciate that. Thank you to everybody who's been here. You guys have made this space interesting. This week has been an interesting week. Very polite week, and we've discussed many things. Do not take anything to heart. Again, remember, you pick what you can. What is not necessary for you, leave it. Again, not everything is beneficial, is it? But what is, what clicks. You can't force anything. So even with today's topic, why do women want to be in control? Many men did not know that women want to be in control, so they don't have that problem. So this doesn't make sense for them. The men who have that problem and who have seen it, then they know now better how to deal with it. Many of us have been used as like robots, where they come and they program you, and now you behave exactly how they want. And that's not how a society is supposed to run, because the man is supposed to be in charge. The man is not supposed to be controlled. The man is supposed to be in charge. He's supposed to know exactly what's happening and plan for the future and be in control, because the man is the apex. He's at the top of the pile. So if the person who's supposed to be at the top of the pile is not behaving accordingly, then what he does is he destroys everything else that is under him. So men, you must first let go of anger. You must stop being angry, because anger is clouding your judgment. You are unable to see what is right in front of you. When a man is angry, it is very dangerous. And that's why I say, if you have anger, you're like a woman, because men are not supposed to be that way. They're not supposed to be angry. Even for women, once a woman wakes up and she realizes that she's a woman, because women are being lied to that their womanhood is something they need to put down, and they need to embrace masculinity. It is wrong, because a woman is very, in her woman essence, she's supposed to be one of the most powerful beings after the man. But once she puts down that, then she becomes like a second-hand man, which is not good for the society as well, because we want real men and we want real women. So why do the women want to be in control? Is because the women are being controlled by somebody else, and that's not good. We need our women to be in a submission to their men. Our women need to stop looking beyond the men, and the men need to wake up and start providing solutions for their own communities. Once you provide solutions for your community, then you're on top. But as long as somebody else is coming to provide solutions for you, like in Africa, the way we have the Westerners coming every now and then into our country, and they make us look like beggars, and they sit us down, and the photo apps where they're giving us all this aid, then our women are looking at us like, you guys call yourself men, yet you're receiving all this aid from everybody else. Can't even make your own vaccines when there's a problem. Your cars are coming from outside. Everything that you need, even clothes, are coming from outside. There are no homegrown solutions. So who is that person that is... look at the other countries. They've been so attractive to both men and women, because we've fucked up our own countries. So unless the man starts creating solutions for his own community, and that means first be the head of your home, be in charge of that simple thing. You are the head of that home. Then when the children grow up, they know exactly how they're growing up, and it flows from there. Thank you for joining me, as usual, for this week. Oh, man, it has been an interesting week. Kenya, Gift, everybody else who's been here, George included. Thank you for joining me and the ladies as well. There have been a few ladies who've joined us this week, so it has been quite interesting. We shall take a break Saturday and Sunday. Come back on Monday. Do it all over again like we never left. In case you want to continue these conversations, my YouTube never sleeps. Go to my YouTube, that is Andrew Kibe or Mr. Lambistic. I opened a new channel just for, just in case. Yeah, and that channel has grown crazily as well. Also on my patreon.com/KibeAndrew, we have all these conversations and more. I have a lot more content up there. I appreciate you guys. See you on Monday.